Be Nice Individuals Podcast.
Hey folks, this is Thaddeus again on the Be Nice Individuals Podcast. I'm here in studio, the Flagler Voice Podcast studio. Again, this is a space for rent for anybody that wants to come in, shout out their business, their ideas. If you're a political candidate, you want to come in here. We actually have features in here where we can have people call in. You can answer their questions live. You can connect to your constituents. Today, I have a very special guest in studio, Christian Barton here from Horizon Agencies. Very cool offering that he has, because one of the issues with business owners is the follow-up. Christian has a great way to tackle some of those issues. Christian, it's great to have you here in studio.
It's good to be here, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to interview me.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell the people a little bit about who you are. What are some of your passions? Let's start there.
So my name is Christian Barton, and I'm fairly newer to, the Palm Coast area and everything like that. Moved here about a year and a half ago, and I was kind of I always felt like I, wanted to do my own thing, wanted to run my own business, and I always wanted to help people in a way that was newer, something different that maybe people weren't really doing too much of, or it wasn't as popular or trendy, whatever you want to call it. And that was kind of when I found out about SaaS, which is, software as a service. And what I provide is a software that businesses can use to pretty much simplify their management of their business, streamline a lot of the operations, delete all the manual tasks from their daily schedule and everything like that. Just save time to focus on the more important things, because a lot of the times business owners will just consume themselves with their work, maybe lose time on making relationships with other business owners, networking, or even connecting with family. It could go so far as that. And what I wanted to do is kind of allow them to reclaim their time back, right? So having a way for them to do that with automating messaging, consolidating information, and not have to go to all these places to kind of look for different things that you need on your clients or your business, your finances, whatever it may be. And simplify all that. And then once I found a way to do that, I kind of just wanted to bring it to the general public, bring it to where I'm actually, in, which is Palm Coast and everything like that, networking. I love meeting new people, love building relationships, connecting with people, getting to know people. And I feel like I've really got a lot of knowledge just all around, not even just business, just meeting people in the town and everything like that. It's been really cool. And I've been lucky enough to meet you as well. Great connection right there.
I'll pay you later.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
But here's one of the things that's super important as relates to your business and businesses in general. There's that human element.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, okay, do I reach out to this person now, or it's not been long enough, but just having that human element, or even forgetting, that is what is so essential about having you as a partner for these different businesses. And really, how do you kind of address and fix that situation? Because it's true of all businesses. Follow up. The money is made in the follow up. And how do you address that specifically?
So 100%. The money is definitely made in the follow-up, whether it's a new lead, existing client, you want to build up that retention. The way we pretty much go about addressing it is, if a business comes to me and I say, okay, one of the offerings that we bring to the table is a automated follow-up system. And they're like, oh, well, I don't currently do that, or I that's really something I should do, is what I always hear. It's, oh, really something I should do, but they don't have enough time, which is good. I mean, it's normal, right? So I bring a way for them to actually, put that in place without having to manually do all of that follow-up. So we build custom messages, custom texts, custom emails that will go out within certain time periods, whatever the business owner wants, whether it's every week, every month, every day, once a year, whatever it may be. We build out that text and email campaign for them to hold their client retention, and on top of that, reach out to new leads and everything like that. Because it's all about, when it comes to new leads, it's speed to lead accountability, right? You want to be as quick to approach that lead as possible. We just built out the systems for all that to go ahead and follow up by itself without them really having to do anything.
No, I love that. One of the things that for me is essential is the follow up. Specifically, I'm in solar. So solar is one of those things where, somebody was like, hey, give me your card.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
No, like, they could go 6 months. Yeah. Maybe they've lost my card by now. They've reached out to some other company. But if I can get them into a CRM where, okay, they're going to get a text message here and there. And they'll be like, fine. And, you know, they get that utility bill and it's really high. And then they just got a text message from me the day before. Mm-hmm. Maybe now that they're seeing those things. So the text messages, the automated text messages, emails and stuff, that's keeping me top of mind.
Right.
So that when they have enough pain, when they're ready to make that change, I think it was Tony Robbins that said it, when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing, that's when people actually change. But when that actually happens, you know, now that CRM that I wasn't part of because it's just automated, but it was keeping me top of mind. Now they're ready to make that change.
Right. And it's all about, you know, the seeds that you plant, those are the ones that grow, right? So even if I've actually just, it's funny you mentioned that because I just set this up for a newer client where he's very active when it comes to networking and everything like that. So he pretty much has a QR code that he uses on his business card, which will, he'll have someone scan it. As soon as they scan it, they're brought to a page to just, you know, put in their name and email so that he has their contact info, right? Well, when they do that, it actually goes ahead and sends them follow-up messages after that. So he beautiful. Actually automatically has people that he's networked with reaching back out to him because he's doing that automated follow-up. You know what I mean? It's just such a nice thing to add to your, whether it's your personal brand, it's your business, whatever it may be. There's so many different aspects where it really comes in handy.
Yeah, one of the things that I like too is as this technology has evolved, mm-hmm. AI and CRM such as what you have, it is essentially like an assistant. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the biggest part of it.
No, definitely. It really is like adding an assistant to your business. You know what I mean? Like I feel like even when I first started doing this, I really did feel like I had a personal assistant now because the system can do everything to messages that I'll actually type and then have them send to clients or leads, or it has an AI feature where pretty much I have people coming and asking me questions, right? So what it'll do is it'll pull from a database that I actually set up where it'll be able to answer those questions without me having to set up any automation, without me having to do any manual follow-up. It'll just go ahead and do that for me. Say somebody asks you a question about solar, right? Mm-hmm. And we've built a kind of a bank of information. It's very similar to ChatGPT. It's actually based off of that. So it runs off of the GPT engine. Mm-hmm. And you're able to train the AI so it has all the information that you typically tell new clients. Yeah. So that when somebody comes in, sends you a message on Facebook, Instagram, or just text your number, and it's something related to what you do and you have a bank that it could pull information from, it'll go ahead and actually automatically reply to all those messages and eventually funnel them into your appointment calendar. So it'll book your appointment for you.
That's beautiful. Mm. One of the things that when people think CRM,
right,
they might think it's kind of limited, but you were kind of introducing this in the beginning, different features and how you don't have to go all these different places to have it all right there.
Exactly.
Can you speak more to that and how you can fix certain issues a person may have with having to use all this various software, but maybe going with you with the CRM, now it's all there. You can see the calendar. You can see all these different things. Speak more to that.
So, I mean, yeah, let's start, we could first start off with just the information that you're able to hold on your clients, right? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of these CRMs are very generic. They're very limited, name, email, phone number. Now, what if we get a business that is very specific to the individual client, right? That's where the feature of custom fields really comes into play.
Yeah.
Where you're able to actually create a field that you want to have data on your clientele, just with, it could be anything you want. It could be everything. Say you are a ice cream shop. You want to know their favorite ice cream flavor. Say you are a insurance broker. You need to know their income, their spouse's income, something like that. You could go ahead and create those fields right there. You could have all of that data on your client. So, I mean, that's something great right there. So instead of going to Google Sheets or going to, a niche specific site where you hold that client information, where your CRM typically has their name, date of birth and everything like that, now it's all in one. So it's an all-in-one software where you could just see everything in all operations of your business too, whether you're looking at finances, the money that you've made that's been coming in and everything like that. You're able to connect your different payment systems. With calendars, you can have your Google Calendar link right to it. Mm-hmm. So say you have an appointment, say Thaddeus has a podcast at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
on Wednesday, right? And on your appointment, and now that's your Google Calendar, right?
Right.
So for the calendar inside of the CRM, it will pick that up so that on your appointment calendar that you just send people to, that whole part will be blocked off already. It won't be available for people to book. So it prevents any overlapping appointments or anything like that too. So it's all consolidated into one place. Again, when you are conversating with your clients, you could do everything from, I know there's different niches where you need to record the calls that you're actually on. We have that feature, so that's all in there. And anything else, honestly, there's thousands of integrations that we could bring into the system as well, because we use Zapier. So basically, I'm telling thousands of apps that we're able to connect directly to the software to feed information from X platform into Zapier, into our software, our CRM software for business owners to just have everything in one place.
One of the things I also love about the software is the continuity kind of the conversation. Right. So say you email this person. Okay, now that email will be there. And say you text them from the CRM. Okay, now you have that chain follow-up. So, oh, shoot, okay, they said that at that time. You're not going through your email and digging it all out. No, it's going to be specific to that client themselves.
Yeah, and it really can just keep you so organized, because even with stuff like that, right? Say somebody goes ahead and submits a contact form on your website, which, there's a funnel builder inside of the CRM website builder, so you have access to hundreds of templates right off the bat whenever we onboard a new client that they're able to create for themselves if they want to. But when somebody goes ahead and submits a form or something like that, you're not typically going to probably go in there and check it every single day. So we could set up like sort of just an internal notification that something texts you, hey, somebody submitted a form. Or if you had something you were working on yesterday that you didn't finish and you want to just click a button and tag it unfinished, we'll have it reach back or send you a message in about 2 days or something like that. And we'll just say, unfinished task. We have tasks all in the CRM for your employees to keep track of different things that they need to work on. Tons of internal notifications too. I say that's probably one of the best parts. And again, it's just like having an assistant, somebody who, if you wanted, is literally reminding you of the stuff that you have to do, which I'm sure a lot of business owners probably don't love that, but really does come in handy. It is better seeing it than hearing it too, probably. So
yeah, no, absolutely. CRM, which if you're not taking advantage of as a business out there, things are going to fall through the cracks. I think that's the biggest thing. A client, maybe you forgot to follow up with them if you're just doing it manually. CRM is the way to go. Yeah, there's a cost to it, but think about the money that you're going to make. Okay? So if we automate these processes, these emails and these text messages, those clients that maybe weren't ready to buy when you approached them or you talked to them originally, because we have those processes, I think, right? Because we have those processes in place and you didn't just let them fall through the cracks, maybe 6 months from now, they buy, pays for itself. So
very true.
I think it's super important to have, and obviously you do too.
Yeah, the follow-ups, again, whether it's a follow-up or even there's review automations, because that's huge, right? You want to build up your online reputation. So we have like different things in place where after you go ahead and sign a client, service a customer, it'll go ahead and automatically reach out to them for them to leave a review. And those, every time we put those in place for businesses, they instantly drastically increase the number of positive reviews that those businesses receive, which boosts their online rankings and everything like that, of course, as well.
That is awesome. One of the things I also noticed about this software is, so when you're getting a message from like Facebook or Instagram and stuff, you're going to get that via the mobile app. Right. And correct me if I'm wrong, but with that, can you say, okay, this is a person who's potentially a lead, and you can classify that as because they're texting you from whatever platform?
Exactly. And we have features in place where, say, because inside of the mobile app, right, which again, you have access to your entire CRM right at your fingertips, whether you're out on an appointment, not in the office, it's all right there. So in the mobile app, you're able to just tag those people and just let the system know, hey, new potential lead. Or we set up an automation based off of the keywords that they use when they actually reach out to you, and that'll automatically add them as a lead. Say you're on Facebook, right? Say somebody texts you on Facebook. So I know a lot of the times people will reach out to businesses, especially small and locally owned businesses on Facebook. Mm-hmm. When somebody goes ahead and messages you on Facebook, we can actually set up, we've done this in the past, a lot more recently than before, honestly, where we set up an automation where when they reach out to you, it just has them provide their name and phone number, and it'll automatically add them as a contact inside the CRM.
Oh, wow.
And regardless, it automatically adds them as a contact, but it's more of a Facebook contact, right? So it has their Facebook username and then their actual name.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to do it that way, you could have it auto send them a message of any information you know you're going to need on that person to work with them.
Yeah.
So again, just saving time. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah. So I've kind of led the conversation as far as asking you the questions. But are there any other areas you want to touch on before we conclude?
Yeah, absolutely. So the one thing that I've found is just so important recently is the entire just email marketing, text marketing is really taking off within the past couple months for all businesses. And I feel like that's something that not a lot of people are taking advantage of, right? Say you have multiple products that you offer. Why not just have, if you've sold a client, right? Why not just have a follow-up in place where they're consistently getting reached out to, even thanked for working with you? It could be anything, whether it's a product, whether it's just saying thank you and building a relationship. It's all about building relationships and streamlining processes.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I like too is a text message. Person's going to see a text message. Email might get buried. I'm not saying that there's no reason to use the email. Obviously, CRM part of it is email. But just to have that capability right there to do text message where you know that person who has their phone, we literally carry around our phone all day, they're going to see a text message.
Absolutely.
Faster than they're going to see that email, and just having the capability to do that. Yeah, absolutely. So, Christian, it's been fantastic to have you here in studio. Let people know how they can reach out to you and get CRM, get their business more automated.
Absolutely. So, I mean, best way to reach out to me is you can go ahead and visit our website. We have the phone number for the business right there. That's my direct business phone number, so you'll be able to contact me. You could also shoot me a message on
Real
Facebook.
quick, what is the website?
It's horizonagencies.net.
Okay.
And then, you can also contact me on Facebook. Shoot me a message to my personal profile or the business's profile. My personal profile is Christian Barton. And you'll be able to reach me there as well.
Look, I appreciate you coming into the studio, making it happen today.
Appreciate
Folks,
you having me.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Good that we could make it happen with your schedule. I know you're a busy man.
Absolutely.
So fantastic having you here. But folks, this has been an episode here where we're highlighting Horizon Agencies with Christian Barton. Again, reach out to him for your CRM needs, automating those processes. So, and I think it's processes. I keep going back and forth. He says it more often than I do. So, but processes. Okay. So, but reach out to him to get those in place, because we don't want those clients to fall through the cracks, because as we open the conversation, the money is really made in the follow-up. And if you can take the human element out of it so that these processes are automated, and so maybe they're not buying on day one, but maybe 6 months from now they're buying because you stay top of mind, that's fantastic. That's more money for your business. Again, this has been Thaddeus here at the Flagler Voice podcast studio. Again, this studio is for rent, for people that want to come here, shout out their business, their ideas. Maybe they're a political candidate that wants to reach out to their constituents. We have call-in feature here. Again, this Flagler Voice podcast studio, this is your voice. So I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Feel free to reach out to get more information on the podcast.